Welcome back to the Spicy 100. Here we have question 7. The recommended time for question 7 is 4 minutes. Find the set of values of k that satisfy the inequality negative 3k is larger than negative 2k squared. When you're ready, you've got your timer set and you feel like you're ready to have a go at this question, pause the video, and again, best of luck with this one. See how you go. So this is an inequalities question, and we've got some negatives here. It's always important to be careful with negatives when you've got inequalities. Remember, multiplying or dividing by a negative number will actually flip the sign around. We have to just kind of swap them around. But the big thing to notice is that this is a quadratic inequality, which means what we want to do is we want to rearrange it and get it so the thing is greater than or larger than 0. And then we can use our knowledge of quadratic graphs to see the way this inequality works. So the first thing we need to do is move this negative 2k squared. You could move the other thing, but I prefer to work with a positive k squared. So we're going to move the negative 2k squared to the left-hand side, which is going to give us 2k squared subtract 3k is larger than 0. Now what we can do is we can factorize this. So we'll get 2k minus 3 is larger than 0. This is an inequality, not an equation, so we can't solve it to get individual values of k. We're trying to find a set of values. However, if we imagine that we were going to do that, we would get, so if this was equals to 0, we would get k equals 0, and then we would also, from 2k subtract 3 equals 0, move the 3 over, divide by 2, you get 3 over 2. Now these aren't our solutions, but these are important values. So if we now imagine sketching this as a quadratic curve, so a parabola, so it's with a U shape crossing at these two values, this will help us to picture the set of values we want which would satisfy our inequality. What we've plotted here is a representation of this 2k squared minus 3k, and we want to know where it's larger than 0. So how we represent that in the diagram is the values that are above the what's normally the x-axis. It's kind of the k-axis in this case. So we want where it's above 0, we want larger than 0. So we can find the values of k that would result in this being true. And so it would be all of these ones and all of these ones. So the set of values that would satisfy our inequality are these, which would be k less than 0, or, and we can use this union symbol, k larger than 3 over 2. So these are the set of values that would satisfy our inequality. So k is less than 0 or k is larger than 3 over 2. It cannot be between those. We need to write two separate bits because our region is in two separate bits. So I hope you felt confident and understand question 7. If you're feeling fresh and ready, why don't you have a go at this Spicy 100 question 8.